Alright guys, time for us to lay this carpet in. Show you guys how I'm going to do it. I got a measurement for where the middle is, or the center is on this carpet. I believe this cut pile, or this carpet was cut here. And I'll show you guys what I think it's cut at. And we're going to set it in there. Been measuring out some things. We're going to start from the passenger side first and work our way in. So it's either here, as I got my tape here, or it's here as it curves up. I believe it hits here, and we'll find out once we set it in place. So I'm going to start here and I'll work my way over and roll in. Because I'm using this tape to kind of get an idea of where this is and this point is. That's all I'm worried about right now. And I'll show you guys. I got to move that amplifier out the way. But this and this is what I'm worried about before I make any cutouts. We'll find these holes. I'll take these bolts out. These are for the rear seats and all the rest of them. I'm gonna clean these off too. I don't like these to be painted and looking like this. I'm gonna clean these off real good. Oh, also install this piece. This is nice clean look. And I hate I didn't film it, but we're gonna film the other side. Gonna make the other side look nice. Look at that. Look at that fit. So we're gonna film the other side. So you guys are gonna look. I'm gonna film this one. But we're working on this right now. So this is the passenger side. Just set it right here for right now. All right, and then let me get things moved and set up. This is not my first carpet job, and it can be tricky because the carpet can puff. So even though the carpet's set in that position for 2 years, it still has to contour to the body or the inside of this vehicle. You know, it's got some sort of shape. You guys can see how it is. It's kind of raised in the center, but we're gonna get it. No problem, you'll get it in here. And I got the dashboard real cleaned up and shiny and nice. Real clean and everything cleaned up. I used this stuff is shiny. Look, the radio came back super nice. Everything looks real nice. And I'll show you guys a more detailed look at it. That stuff is shining hard in what I use in another video. Let's do this, guys. Let me open that door, add a little bit more light in here. Like I said, we're gonna start from here and just roll around, work our way in here, make a little incision here. So we got this is a cheap utility knife or box cutter, whatever you wanna call it. We're gonna get a little bit better blade because that carpet's pretty thick. So I got a DeWalt knife. It's a box cutter. Need a knife for the cut carpet, and I got one. Because I've installed house carpet a lot. But yeah, we're gonna get it in here. Let's do this right now. Okay guys, so we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna try to get us in the vicinity so we can lay the carpet down in here whole, and with some kind of incisions made to put us where we want to be at before we start cutting out around the pieces. So guys can hear, this is what it where it ends at. We're in the ballpark. That's all we need to be, is in the ballpark. You don't have to be accurate. So we come around here, we're pretty even. We're at 2 feet 11 inches, kind of center with the shifter and the emergency brakes. So come back about 4 inches. Once we get to 2 feet 11 inches marked on the carpet, come back about 4 inches. for the shifter. Make a small incision there that we can work with. We can work with that. I don't care if it's off 3 or 4 inches, either direction. We'll be good to maneuver around because we all of this place to work with. As well as here, we got this square area to work with, but we want to make an incision in this area. Nice little incision in this area. So maybe this incision will be longer. This will be a small incision, but this one will be a longer one. Just the length of here, probably about we'll get about 4 inches so we can maneuver it around and see. You know, I can actually raise this a little bit. So we'll work with that. This can be off a little bit. We can have an inch here, an inch there. Of course, there's something that covers this. You know, we're not too concerned about that. We can be off a few inches here as well. So let's measure from here, from the center of here, from this point I told you guys about, or from here, from the center, which is this was, to here, and see what we can mark at it as well. So around 22 inches, we'll make that other incision. So we got about 2 feet 11 inches, give or take. We'll do 2 feet 11 inches at the corner of the cut pile or in that vicinity. Doesn't matter, we're fine. We got a lot of room here to work with, and we'll do 22 inches here, 4 inches back, and 22 inches here. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's go to the carpet. Let's change out one of these blades. These cool dispensers. Just pours out, let out a new blade. This is nice. I've been running through these blades. So I think we're pretty straight. You guys can look. So we want to, although look at how it looks like that's not going to be right, but we've measured this. We know how this carpet has to contour over the housing where the transmission is underneath. This is the measuring tape. This is how it is. We know we're measuring every piece of this carpet as it lays flat on here. We're right there. We kind of put over it, just in the vicinity somewhat of where I'm thinking we're going to be at. Pretty straight. So 2 feet 11, kind of mark it there. We'll come down 4 inches and 22 inches. Okay, we can set it in now and see what we get. We should be in that vicinity. We can shift it, cut it a bit more, and start making the other hole. Those are easy. We just want to get it to sit down in there and contour around that cab once we start maneuvering it. So I gotta move the amplifier out the way. Let me get camera set up. I already vacuumed in here. So it's fine. We just want to get it set in. So I need to get this amplifier moved somewhere. Okay guys, that's it. This is almost like a flawless install. There's the same amount on each side. That was my goal, as I used my elbow to push it in, to level it. If you look here, look where we at. I'm on the other side too. Look how that's dead center. It's the same amount of material on this side as that side. And we're contoured. You know, just use a little elbow work. It's gonna settle. Of course, it's gonna settle all the way perfect, but it's almost there. I just gotta make some cutouts here. Like I said, we had that room to work with. So now cut this square out. Got a little bit more to go back here. We'll be good. Look where we at. Right there, just like the other side. We got the same amount of carpet on each side, and we're in here. On this side, ain't that much to worry about. As far as there's the bright light, the switch to turn the bright lights on. All right, it's right here. So we'll cut around. We'll cut that out. Cut a slit in there and push that through. We have the amp just sitting on the brake pedal. But we're right there. We're right there. So I'm gonna finish cutting this out. All right, guys, pretty much in there now. It's almost like factory. Just took my time with it and making sure both sides are perfectly even, and I'll show you guys in detail how even they are. Kind of critical cut. Look at that's perfect. The headlights bright switch. Look at that. It's cut in perfect. A section you want to cut in to pull this tight like this, to make sure this is tight, and both sides have the same amount of carpet, equally amount of carpet. You want to make it symmetrical as possible. You have to make this cut. I have to light up for you. On this side, look right there. You have to make that cut, otherwise it won't allow you to maneuver it, the front part of the carpet, to make it sit perfectly how it is, and have the same amount on the other side as well, and pull it tight down on this hump, like I got it. So you want to make sure that cut around this brace here. Let me try to get light in there before I look. Got the excess pushed back there, but it allowed the carpet to go all the way to the back, no wrinkles on either side. And if you look here, this is important too. Let me bag up some. Look where we at. Push down here. Look at exactly where we at. When it comes from here, zoom out some. Look exactly where we at, and look where it runs at. It runs along the frame, like that's how it should. It runs along that lip. Even it's pushed all the way in on both sides. It's pushed in there. These are the humps for the seats. With the even there, same amount. Look how much is over here. Look at that cut. Look how it runs along there. We're gonna go on the other side, all in one motion. Just take a little time and you'll get it. Look at that. I ain't make the slit here yet, but look how it runs off. It's identical. Look how it runs along that lip. Yes. And I got this weight to hold it snug up against there. So, got to kind of maneuver the back, make some little adjustments there. The back is pretty much got to sit down. I'll set the weight back there in a second. I just want to make sure the front was perfect, and I'm over this hump. Make sure I was on that hump firmly, like tight as possible, as I made those cuts around the gear selector. I guess once you kind of start getting it in place, you can make your incisions around everything. Make sure it fits nice. Just want the screw hole, the holes for that cover to be exposed. I'll make the holes for the seats in a few days from now, but I got it in and we're all good. Yeah, when I'm done with this, guys, it will have a factory look when I'm done, when I install the seats and everything and put the floor mats and stuff in. It will look as if it was installed by a factory. So dashboard is done, looking nice and shining up. I'm probably going to install this glass, the rear glass, so I can hook those rear defrosts up and or those large panels. One or the other will be coming next. Probably those large panels will be installed next. Okay, guys, so the next video will probably be those large panels or something in here. And I do want to say this. I know the Mustang II owners who watch my channel, who watched me with this project, I know you guys are very familiar and probably know a lot of the things I've posted. I'm probably about 150 videos in on the Mustang II in extreme detail. And I didn't know anything about this car 2 years ago. And now that I dissected one of them completely and had 5 of them, I know them pretty much like the back of my hand. But I know you guys, the Mustang II owners, probably know them way more than I know them. So hope you find somewhat good information in all these videos I'm posting, somewhat helpful information, or enjoying it for that matter. So once again, thanks guys for watching. Stay tuned for more videos popping out daily with this thing or every other day. Terrence them out. Oh, I want to show this before I close the video up. I made the incision for this sensor around the rim of this, just in case something goes on the seat. I can vacuum on the seat without it being in the sensor and a vacuum hitting it. So made it just along the rim, right here where the seat mounts at. So I can vacuum in the event some dirt is starting to get under here. So I just want to note that. But yeah, that's done. So I'm getting my holes using this pick. Very easy to do. Done, done, done. Get a nice incision so you can make the right size hole. You don't want nothing to be split open too big. Just snugged around that screw just for a cleaner look. Using this pick tool, coming under here, just poking the holes out. So I'll be doing the seats like that, and these last 2 seatbelt holes, got them right here. Just find the holes and I'm gonna clean these bolts up real nice. So now that I got that in small incision, I just take my razor and make the hole a little bit bigger. Make a small X, a small cross.